Right, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gorgie Generation. It's a wee bit different today. It's my dad's not away, mate. It's just me, but I'm joined with Harry, a regretful Aberdeen fan. But he's very happy after our 2-1 defeat on Saturday. But we'll start with, obviously, we'll go back, before the game. Obviously, we're both living in like Glasgow kind of area, so our journey up was a bit of a pain in the arse with all of the roadworks and all that, and took a wee bit longer than I thought that would be. But before it, what were you thinking before? Was you like, think Aberdeen had a good chance to win?
Actually, I said to folk before I got on the bus, I had a terrifying amount of confidence, and I didn't know why, to be honest. I just thought, like, the record of Pittodrie, we always think, oh, it'll come to an end now, or when we go to Tynecastle, somebody always says, oh, it'll come to an end now. It won't. The away team is never, ever going to win this fixture again. I actually don't know if there's a point in playing the fixture anymore.
I know, I agree with you, mate. Like, heading up there, I was thinking that sense of dread, like I've not seen us I've been up to Aberdeen 4 times now, never seen us win there. We've no won there since I think it's 2016, the last time Hearts won Aberdeen.
Yeah.
So I was hoping for the draw, just bring the point back to Tynecastle, but I wasn't expecting much. I was still a wee bit of hope that we're going to get the 3 points, but as obviously we got this, the game progressed. Hearts got the first half wasn't a really good game of football, to be honest. It's never, I don't think it really is a good game of Pittodrie. I can't remember the last time we've had a decent game between the two.
The 3-2, Thielen's, really early Thielen, it was like October a couple years ago. That was a decent game. But in general, there's not been many decent games at Pittodrie, full stop. Never mind between Hearts and us.
True, that's true, I know. But like, obviously we went 1-0 up with Ocean McEntee's goal.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think Bassey done well when he was put his weight about, and then obviously it was a bit of a scrappy goal. But defence,
I wasn't too gutted about boy getting turned. I think it was Cadden got turned, but the defending afterwards, just everybody in the stand was, all they were yelling was just put your foot through it. But I thought that about summed up our half. We looked slow. We looked defensively quite frail. We looked toothless up top, which wasn't that different to last season. But in the end, we did something that I don't think we would have ever done last season or in the past few seasons, which is actually claw something back.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That, like, for like a Steve Robinson kind of team, I always associate that kind of team as like big, hefty guys, long balls into the box. It's not pretty football, but he does get results. But like, obviously,
we've been doing a lot more like long diagonal balls, which I've actually quite liked the look of it. Like, spreads the play and it pens us in a bit less. But Yogani was quite off it. On Saturday. I mean, I still really like him. I think he's really young and we're going to have to have a bit of patience with him, but I like that he actually takes a man on. It's been a long time since it's probably been since Shaden Morris, when you see a man like actually dribble at his defender at Pittodrie.
Yeah.
Lewis Smith changed the game quite a bit when he came on as well. I thought we looked a lot better when he came on. It's just about trying to get Nisbet into the game, because before Malula came on, we had a second striker. I think Nisbet doesn't get into the game enough on his own. I think he drops too deep trying to come collect the ball, and the amount of times either somebody's put the ball into the box and Nisbet's not there, or it's Nisbet who's put the ball into the box and there's nobody there because he's the one putting it in. I think maybe a second striker would help him a lot.
Yeah, 100%. Like, obviously we were 1-0 up at half time, and you're thinking like we're both, it's quite an equal game, but I felt like Hearts were comfortable. Aberdeen didn't really threaten as much in the first half. Then, as you say, second half, we started off a wee bit better. We had a couple of kind of half chances, like Braga had a kind of like a volley by the post, and just kind of half chances we had. But when you made the substitutions, that's when you could feel the kind of energy change and the atmosphere change in the stadium, because you had a really, I can't remember who it was, but you had a really good shot, and it was the first time our new keeper had made a save. Like, we put it around the post.
Yeah. Was it the one we just like blasted it like straight down the middle of him? Yeah, I think that was Cadden. Yeah.
And then you just kind of, you had that kind of, I was in the, obviously in the way end, and like, it was just there's no roof. There's a most probably the worst away end in the whole country,
As it should be.
apart from Celtic Park with a mad pillar in front of you. But I was there, but the rain stayed away, and then literally the minute the downpour of rain started, we were all soaked, and that's when he's got that free kick. He's got that free kick, and it just went from bad to worse, and that crazy, like we blew up away to grass, and like 3 goals in 9 minutes. I thought we were actually playing quite well. We're not bad, but over there until that 9 minutes of badness, and now again we're 1-0 up. You should be seeing that game through, and then you get a free kick, and the goal is just, our point of view, it was a terrible, terrible goal to concede.
Yeah, I think that's something we've brought into our game a bit more this season. Like, Happy's he's a big boy. He's about 6'6", and Aberdeen have been absolutely dreadful at corners and set pieces, both attacking and defending them. But even in the League Cup games and this game, we've actually scored a couple of set pieces, and we're not as susceptible to them. Like, I still think there's a bit of danger, but that'll hopefully change over time. The VAR, I was right next to it, and all you saw was a bunch of bodies and like flailing limbs, and I was almost convinced. I was like, nah, this goal's not going to stand. We didn't even know who'd scored it until like 40 minutes later.
I know, we had no idea as well, obviously, because we were at the end of the pitch, but you're watching it, and you obviously, this long free kick comes in, and he heads at the back post, back in the middle, and just you say, there's just loads of bodies everywhere. Who was it got the goal?
It was Mayo. So I think it initially got given to Nisbet, and then it's now been given to Mayo. But I think there's still like a small bit of debate.
You just see him steamroll, like just running. Didn't even put a head, a foot. He just runs into the goal, and the ball just hits off him and goes in the back of the net. But there's no conclusive evidence it hurt his hand or anything like that.
I think if it did, I don't think it matters too much, because I don't know who your defender was, but it hit his hand.
I was going to mention that. It was big Kabori, striker. He was back there defending, and obviously you see when your head's on, you see his hand is like way up, and it hits his hand. So if that ball doesn't get in the back of the net, then it probably would have been a penalty at Aberdeen anyway.
I think that might have actually been what made the check so long.
Yeah.
I think they probably both.
Maybe they've seen that the Aberdeen boy has handballed it when they go back and see Kabori's kind of it balances itself out. It was a bad defence, bad defending, terrible defence, but it was a decent free kick for Aberdeen to score. And then we get the ball back, we kick off, and then somehow one long ball for Aberdeen, like Jamie McCart, he's come on to defend and see the game out. He's at the halfway line when Aberdeen send that ball. I don't get why he's up there. I don't get why he's up at the halfway line. Aberdeen send that long ball through, and then obviously the rest is history, man. He runs through. It's a very, very soft tackle. It's very, but if it's the other end, I'm screaming for it. It is a penalty kick, but I don't think it was a red card. Because
what the double jeopardy rule is, it's not a red card if he's tried to play the ball. And it's just one of those things where, like, he's not actually put a like, it's debatable whether he's tried to play the ball, but it's not like he's halved him on purpose either.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it was all Lasagna through as well means that you can hardly call it a denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
I've seen a few Aberdeen fans say, like, thank God they brought him down, because there's no guarantee he was going to score there.
No, I don't think there was.
But it's just, it was a penalty, and it had to be Nisbet. It just had to be him. It scored the goal. It was like, to be honest, to vary him, it was a crank penalty. Puts it right in the top corner. Keeper's got absolutely no chance, and he had to run all the way over, right in front of us. We were all soaked in the rain, man. We were absolutely raging, and he had to run all the way over us and get one to us.
It was loving.
It was bad enough the bloody mascot was going to stick before the game, never mind him. But it was it was a terrible end. For us, for viewers, obviously, it was probably the best ending you can think of. It's
the best game of Pittodrie I've seen in a while, because I mean, obviously last season wasn't brilliant, but I mean, we don't do that. We don't come back. The last time we were losing at Pittodrie and came back to win was Kilmarnock last season, and I don't even know if we came back to win. I think we might have just came back to draw. No, we did win. But even then, going into we rarely score late goals. Never mind two of them. I think I think it's the fourth latest someone's been losing and gone on to win a game in the league's history.
Is it? That's
And
a good start, actually.
the top two of them are against us, though. So
What was it? Is the 89th minute or the 90th minute? They got the.
it was like the 89th,
Aye.
22nd or something like that. But I mean, the latest one was, I don't know if you remember it. We scored. It was Connor Barron scored in the first minute, and then St Mirren scored in something like the 95th minute, and then
Oh,
scored again in like the 97th.
aye, so it was actually. I remember. Was that at St Mirren? Was that?
That was I
Aye.
think it was at Love Street.
Aye,
But
aye, I remember that actually. Aye. So like scoring the last minute winner is the best feeling in the world. But see
oh
when you can
no, like
see when you concede one. Oh, it's horrible. And then obviously we are sitting there. We were all in shock. Like we just don't
mhm.
know we don't know what's happened. We were so couple. Well, I believe we were comfortable. 1-0. We're going to win the game, and then a couple of minutes, everyone changes. You just don't know what to do. You just don't know how to react. And then you need to think about, oh fuck, I need to walk all the way back, walk back to the car, or drive all the way back down. It was a
I
very
really
quiet car journey anyway back home for me anyway.
see 85th minute. I had no faith in us getting anything out of that at all. I thought, we've created the odd chance, but this is just what we do. We'll huff and puff, and in the end, it won't happen. But I like genuinely couldn't believe it. The only thing that wasn't great is the DJ was a little late on Joy Division. Like, use it all exited by that point.
I did hear it. I heard it. Like we were just walking through the mad cage to get out of the away end. Like
Oh yeah,
it's just like big high fences. We're walking out in the pissing rain, and it's like you can hear it in the distance and hear them all. Get Aberdeen fans walking down the stairs singing it. It's like, get me out of here, man. And then you need to walk through them all, get back to the beach to get to Bacardi. It was just a horrible feeling, but we just don't win there. It's a curse. It's a this fixture, as you said. The away team just doesn't win. You've
yeah.
got Jay Murray just betting the home team in this fixture. It's crazy. It's
That's 6
I
points at the start of every season.
I just there's don't think there's any other game in world football that I can think of that the home team wins as many times.
I saw it was something by a Scotland coefficient page on
Aye.
Twitter. They posted it's all the longest runs without the away team winning a game, and this one is like the only one that's gone above 20 games in a row that's in the 21st century. All the other ones are like 1910 to 1930 or something like that. This is the only one that, because I mean, when did we last? I think it was 2017 we last won a time.
It was 20 because we were 2016 and then you were 2017. It's a crazy crazy stat, man. Like obviously you are so confident when you play us at Pedodri, and then we think it's December, we get you back at Tynecastle, so then I'll be confident we'll win that one. Well, God knows how we'll be playing then, because we still don't know what our system is and still working that out. But
there seems to be it's really early days, but based on I didn't watch the home leg against Sturm Graz, but it does seem to be a bit of a mentality issue with Hearts, where when you concede one, you're going to concede more. Like,
yeah,
it actually does remind me quite a lot of Aberdeen in the past few years, is when we would start games really quite well. We'd be energetic, we'd be playing, and then you'd get to that 25th, 30th minute, and it wasn't even tiredness. It was just, we've not scored yet, and the heads would start to go down. Eventually, I don't know, Stevie May would go through on goal and slot one past us, and then we were just done.
I honestly don't like. I feel like the issue with us is there's no leadership. Like we've lost a lot of army. Obviously, lost Shanklin, Devlin. I just feel like Harry Milne, captain, he's probably has the best choice, but I feel like he's not a big leader in that squad, and I just don't know who else could. I don't know who else could step up to do that. I do feel we need to sign at least another centre back and definitely a number 9. But like that game, we weren't clinical enough, and we're crying out for a clinical number 9 striker.
I mean, replacing the goals with Shankland was always going to be a massive, massive uphill task. Is Gordon retired, or is he still there?
He is retired. He came out with a statement. Was it just maybe a couple of weeks after the World Cup, saying, that's him. That's him retired. So he's. But
that's a big loss for the dressing room.
There's no like big voice in that dressing room anymore. There's nobody that understand. He was a Hearts fan, so there was like there's nobody in that dressing room who knows the club and knows what it means to the fans to play for Hearts and stuff like that. So that is a big miss. But I thought he would be in as a coach. I thought that'd be the next step, but it's obviously that's not happened yet. So don't know what he's going to do now.
Maybe because obviously the Scotland situation's not sorted yet. So if a new
Yeah.
manager came in Scotland, he could end up going as part of the coaching staff there.
Aye. I know that's another. I'm surprised how long that's took to get a Scotland manager in as well. It's not looking
I,
good at all.
I think we're just filtering through every single option and being told, nah. I mean, when people talked about Ange coming in, Ange wouldn't get out of bed for the money we'd offer him.
I know. Honestly thought I don't know if McGlynn's been offered it, but I thought that's probably the SFA would be the ideal candidate for the job.
That's probably where we'll end up. I also think there's a possibility where we go down the Naismith route as an interim, and then he takes over the under 21s.
Yeah,
I'd
that's a
take Alec
good.
Neil personally. I'd
That's a
take
good. That's a good shout. Actually, that is a good shout if he wants it, obviously. But no, because the Nations League starts quite soon, and it's in September that starts, or is it?
Yeah, it's
So
September, and it's a big. They've changed the format of it now, so it's like
that's what I have.
3 weeks. So I prefer that though, because there's nothing worse than you get back to club football for 2 weeks, and then suddenly Scotland are going to play Timbuktu, and you try to take time off again.
I know it's crazy, but aye. So I obviously you've won the first game, but what's your expectations for Aberdeen this season? Do you think?
I in my preseason predictions I had us finishing fifth. Um, I also had Hibs finishing fourth though, and that doesn't look as likely anymore.
They look in trouble, but they do look in trouble to be honest. I know it was Motherwell, and I know Motherwell still are a
And
decent
Motherwell
team.
look like they just kept going. I think.
They do look good. They got a cracking result away at the Faroe Islands, and then they've started the season off great as well. So they look a good team still. They've still got a lot of their players. So I thought like obviously the big striker, he's still there.
Mashali's still there,
And
yes.
he's still I love Longelo. I would say him in a heartbeat.
Oh,
I think he's like
I think he's well out of reach for any of us other
I
than
know.
maybe Celtic.
Yeah, he's a great player. But they still got a good. I think they'll still be up there. Definitely top six.
Yeah,
Definitely
I think
top
a big
six.
factor with that is Jens handpick. I actually can't remember his name, the Motherwell manager, but I'm so bad for that when new managers come in.
I
But
know.
Jens handpicked him, and he's come in to play not the exact same, but like a very very similar style. So it's not like with your new manager in McInnes, where it's a big change. It's a
Yeah.
transition. They can just kind of pick up where they left off and go straight back in. They've still got Saeed, who's
Yeah.
a
Great
great
player.
player, and I think he'll have a great season. I think Motherwell are a team that are on the up because I mean think about how much money they've made in the
Yeah.
past 3 years. Calvin Miller or Lennon Miller, sorry, not Calvin Miller.
Calvin
Lennon Miller. Lennon Miller will most likely get a
Yeah.
big-ish move at some point. I mean, even if he doesn't light the world on fire in the Serie A, the money over there kind of just means that if he moves somewhere, it's going to be for a couple million regardless.
Aye.
So no, I think Motherwell are. I'd love them to get through against Helsinki. Helsinki aren't the team they were even a few years ago.
No.
When we played them. They're not winning the league over there. But I mean, if they get past Helsinki, they get last year's Europa League finalists. So
I know it's not an easy tie. Like, to be honest, I was we Hearts were in the Europe the draw as well. We've got it looks well probably Benfica. We play them away on Thursday night. That's a write off. I'll be
you never know.
I'll be happy with a 3-0 defeat on Thursday night. That is me would be happy, but you never know. But I think we'll get knocked out, and then looks like it's Rapid Vienna who Kelly gave them a
It was
game.
Dundee United. It was
Dundee
Dundee
United,
United.
sorry,
Yeah,
Dundee United.
and they finished. I actually think they were the only team that finished below us in the Conference League last season. So
So that's a do it like a winnable tie to get at least the Conference
I'd
League
say so. Yeah.
European football this year. So that's what we need to do. If we want to be challenging up there every year, we need to be in Europe every single season to keep generating that money.
It is also though like it's a poison chalice because I mean three times teams have got European groups where use when you've got like Fiorentina and that.
Yeah.
us when under Robson, and then us when like last season, and every single season, I think the team that's got it's finished bottom six.
It's the teams that can't handle like the Thursday Sunday. They've not got the squad depth for it. Like
Yes,
the last
and
time, the last time we were in the Conference League a couple of years ago, we were obviously in that relegation fight for a good long time in that season. We finished, I think, top of the bottom six eventually, but we get knocked off that. We get knocked out of bloody Moldovan Petro Club, like a part-time team.
I forgot about that
The game
time.
at
Yeah,
Tynecastle,
right.
the 2 each game, that was Critchley that was our manager back then.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
completely forgot about that one.
but that season, obviously, we couldn't handle it either. So that is the problem for like. It's obviously with Celtic Rangers, they have them. Their Celtic spent what nearly 20 million on 2 players. So that is the major difference between them and the rest of the league.
Yeah. It's hopefully. I mean, Scottish teams do seem to be valuing their players a bit more now. Like the money that's coming in for player sales now seems, is astronomically higher than
Aye.
anything that's coming in 10 years ago. So hopefully it means that clubs outside the Old Firm can start spending a bit more. I don't think Hearts will have much of a problem with that with Tony Bloom anyway, but
I
it
know
should.
well, obviously, the most we've ever spent on a player is £1.5 million. The guy's
Yeah.
his legs are made of paper, but he's played twice.
What's his name?
Ajew, Brazilian.
Yeah.
Ajew. I don't know, he's still there, but he modelled the training kit. We know he's still there, but he's don't know when he's going to be back fit. That's the issue. That's a risk you take, spending the money on these players.
I think the most we've spent a player is about $1 million. I don't, because we always do undisclosed fees.
Yeah, you don't know for sure.
I don't fully know. I remember up until a few years ago, our record at signing was still Hans Gilhouse, which says a lot about how much money we'd been spending in the 2000s.
I know, it's crazy money, but stay wait and see. So, what do you think? Aberdeen top six? You still sticking with
it? It's hard to say because I can't really tell how good everyone else is. I think Motherwell should be nailed on for top six. I'd say yous are still pretty nailed on for top six as well. You're not going to have that bad a drop off. I'd say Hearts are still pretty likely to finish third. I think that it'll be a slow start. I said in my predictions, it'd be a slow start, but I think come January, especially once you go eventually are out of Europe, I think you'll click and it'll come back better. I would take. I'd love fourth right now. I mean, I'd kill for third, but like I'd love fourth. Get back into Europe.
Yep.
And just more than anything, I want to see a team that fights. That we don't just capitulate when things get hard. Because too often the last few years we've been going through cycles of we win 6 games in a row, then we lose one, and then we lose 8 games in a row, and it seems to kind of be all or nothing. We can't just win one, lose one. We can't just come back after a bad defeat, which I said from these first 5 games that I'd take 10 points. I'd really, really like 10 points. We're on track for that, hopefully. Because we might be playing Motherwell, we might not, depending on the postponement. Next up is Dundee. Dundee, I would really like 3 points at Dens, which will be tough. Dundee aren't mugs, and Stephen Presley's not a bad manager, despite what I and everyone else said about him when he was appointed.
I honestly couldn't believe, see when he was announced, everybody said he'll be the first manager to get sacked, and he was still there. He's actually... I hate the guy, right? I think he's a total stake. What he done against us with kissing the badge and all that malarkey, that's another story. But he's actually done pretty well with Dundee. He was obviously bottom 6, but it was still, everyone said they were going to get relegated, but they've actually got good results. He beat Celtic at Dens Park. But we struggled up there as well, so it's a hard place to go to.
And that's the last away game you have won, isn't it?
No, Hibs.
Oh yeah. So it's fine that you can pinpoint it's bad though.
I know that run at the end of the season, man. It was just the away form that done us. But we're not going back into that. That was last season. That was bad memories. So we'll forget about that one. We'll move on. But Hearts fans have got they panic too early. They expect a lot of Hearts fans expect us to we have been so unsuccessful for so many years, and yet Hearts fans feel entitled to that we should be winning every week, we should be challenging for titles, we should be winning Scottish Cups, League Cups, blah, 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 blah. But we need to be patient with this manager. This new model, like last season, that shouldn't have happened last season. Like
No.
this long term 10-year plan, you've seen it with Brighton, Union, St Joa. It's took years to get them up winning the leagues and Brighton challenging for Europe.
Yeah.
But it's never really worked that quick, and I think it was more a fact that Rangers Celtic were that poor that we were up there challenging. But it is a long term plan. We will get there eventually, but we need to be patient as manager to get his style in. He needs to bring his players in as well. We're still playing me like Blair Spittle, Jamie McCart. Players are not really up to speed, but we will get. I believe we will improve and should hopefully get a good result on Sunday against Dundee United.
Yeah, I mean, United didn't actually. They looked better against Rangers than I thought they did, but I think Rangers did a lot of the heavy lifting there. In the fact, I don't know what their problem is anymore. Like that boy that scored for Dundee United, Timu Haaland.
Yeah.
He's 100% going to score against Aberdeen this season. He's got the face of a man that's going to score in the 88th minute to beat us at Pint.
It was some goal, wasn't it, man? He just stumbled upon the ball and then it just goes out the back of the net.
Atrocious defending.
I know Rangers are just. I hope to see Rangers lose every week after what they've done to us this summer. Like I've not really bothered with them before, but now, like, even my dad's saying now, I hope they lose every single week. It's just so petty, but I hope they do. But
I mean, it's a lot of pressure to begin with. If they don't get off to a good start, the pressure can mount really quickly. Because that team didn't look like a typical McInnes team where they were like grafting and putting in the real effort. They looked lazy. They looked like they were just running about. They looked like a lot of Rangers and Celtic teams do when they do get beat off somebody that's not the other.
Yeah.
They look like they've just showed up and they think they've won already.
They've won, yeah.
Which I thought Celtic kind of did on Monday night as well. Like, Dundee pushed them, and Celtic, until later on when Angus McGregor hit the post, Celtic hadn't really had that many clean-cut chances.
I know.
They were really, really struggling to get... Because they've got two players who've got 10-plus goals in last season's Champions League combined in them, but they're not getting them any service.
I know, like, when I seen these two signings, I thought that is amazing. That's great, two signings, but I was talking to somebody, like, the people who leave Bodo Glint don't play well wherever they go.
Yeah.
And he is a good player, but I don't know if he fits that model better and the players around him and stuff like that. And £11 million is a lot of money not to perform.
I think he looked like he was getting himself into good positions, and he was slightly unfortunate to not score when he kind of slipped as he took the shot. Duran looks the more dangerous player right now, but he's had more time with the team. So I think you can't really judge anyone until maybe like 6 months in.
It can still, because obviously the transfer window's still open to the end of the month, so things can still change, and it's still early days. It's going to chop and change every single week, but it's good to have it back. I know the World Cup was fun, but this is the proper football. We're back. We're back again.
I have to say I much prefer Saturday 3 o'clock than Tuesday night 4:30 in the morning.
I agree, mate. Even though it was 5:30 on Saturday there, but it was not bad kickoff time.
No, Saturday 5:30's okay. It gives people time to get in the pub beforehand, and you're not back. Even like us, when going back to Glasgow, we were only back at like 11:30, which
it was
on Saturday. I'll get off work the next day.
I know, but it was a bad night for us, but a good night for you. But we'll get you back at Tynecastle, mate. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the Eagles.
But thanks for joining me tonight. Make sure you following the 42 on TikTok. Have you got any non-league adventures coming up soon? Or
yeah, I'm going to Abbeyvale against Wigtown and Bladnoch this weekend.
Nice.
And then Dundee North End in the first round of the Scottish Cup in a couple of weeks, I think.
I can't believe how early that starts already, man. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's the preliminaries are already done. Crazy.
I know, but thanks for joining me anyway, and
Yeah, no problem. Great to be on.
hope we'll get you back home for December, obviously, when you get you back at Tynecastle.
Well, it depends what the score is.
I know. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks.
There you go. Done.